Hmm. Hi everyone, my name is Kayla. I'm a Bachelor of Health Science Naturopathy and I'm a naturopathic Kayla Nurturing Naturopath. Welcome to my podcast Awareness. And today I have Cheryne joining me from Stride Education. Hi Cheryne, how are you?
Good. How are you, Kayla?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me here. It's great to be here with you.
Thank you. Could you please tell us what Stride Education is?
Absolutely. So, Stride Education is a not-for-profit organization, and we run programs in primary schools and high schools all around Australia, focusing on social emotional learning and well-being.
Amazing.
I don't know if you know what
Um,
social emotional learning is. Some people don't know what social emotional learning is. Happy to
yeah, could you
elaborate.
tell us please? Yeah.
Yeah, so look, some of our programs equip young people with a role. So, like, for example, we have programs like peer support and peer mediation. So, they equip a young person to be a peer mediator or a peer support leader. Um, or we have programs that have generalized skills in social emotional learning. And so, social emotional learning is really about the understanding of ourselves and how we work on the inside. So, it's about having social awareness, self-awareness, self-management, responsible decision making, how to build relationships. And really about well-being and resilience and building healthy relationships. That's really where we focus on.
Oh, that's really important and really good because, a lot of the time it's, we're learning, what we need to learn in the curriculum and having tests and stuff, but it's not that sort of everyday things, like you said, the self-awareness and yeah, so that's really cool.
Yeah, really interesting. And so, we see relationships at the heart of well-being and kind of work with the schools because as we know, the social interactions and issues that happen in schools really affect the classroom productivity and really take a lot of the teacher's time. So we really help give the students the tools to kind of problem solve their relationships and resolve conflict and understand themselves and how they can communicate and really build empathy towards other people. That's kind of our superpower that we're hoping to teach the world.
Oh, that's really cool. I like that. And what programs do you have? So you have them for like the teachers, the students, and the parents, don't you?
Yeah, so we really look at like a holistic approach, and really seeing the child in the center and, the teachers, the community, the parents around them giving support to the individual and also just hoping to have cohesive language so everybody's on the same page. So we run programs direct to the students where we have Stride facilitators that are trained and they run programs in the classroom. We also run professional development for teachers so they can come to one of our professional development, or we can go to the school and run professional development and teach them to run our programs. And then we have parents programs. So we have we'll do a parent talk in a school, for an information night or something that the school may want. Or we also have our Parenting Today, which is an online program that parents can take. And also we have our PACS program for parents, which is around parents being a career transition support. So helping their teenager transition into work and get a
Oh,
job
that's really
for the
cool.
first time. Yeah.
Nice. And what events do you have? I know you have like a few events that go on.
Yeah, so we have different, so we have our professional development events, and then from time to time we run like online um, webinars and we did a lot more of that over COVID. Now we're doing more kind of direct work, but we also have we have a private Facebook group called the Teachers Lounge, which you can access through our Stride Education Facebook page. And we run once a month a Facebook Live event there. So we actually did that yesterday, was our first one for the year. We talked about promoting positive masculinity because one of our programs looks at positive and healthy masculinity. And so we interviewed Dr. Ray Swan from the Positive Masculinity Foundation. So, and that's in that private Facebook group, but we'll also have it on our page as well,
Oh,
recording.
excellent. Nice.
Yeah. So our
And
program suite's quite large.
oh, beautiful. Yeah, so that's the professional development one, wasn't it?
Well, that's all the programs. So we have the professional development. We just train on our key programs, which are peer support, peer mediation, supportive friends, empower, revved up, and we're now doing one on PACS. So career transition teachers, because we've got a whole career transition program suite as well that we do.
Oh, nice.
But now we're going to include that in one of our professional development in our professional development program. So, student teachers that are career transition teachers can now, or any education career pathway, can come and do a PD and PACS as well.
Oh, beautiful. That's really cool. And is there anything you wanted to recap or talk about that we haven't sort of touched on?
I suppose I didn't really clarify about our program. So our suite of
Sure.
programs for young people. Um, So the most popular programs that Stride is kind of known for is our Empower Girls program, as well as our Revved Up program. And so that Empower focuses on friendship skills and conflict resolution and how to navigate the everyday thing, as well as looking at, well, what are friendship qualities and how can I be a good friend? And then Revved Up is more emotional management. So it Revved Up looks at more of anger management. How do we work with anger? How do we express anger healthily instead of aggressively? How do we argue and stand up for each other effectively, again, rather than getting aggressive, and look for effective role models? And so those have been our really, and of course, peer mediation is our signature program, and peer support is how we started. So years ago, Stride was known as the Peer Support Foundation. And so peer support was our first program. So all the programs, as you can see, like they're different in their core focus, but have that social emotional framework. And one of our newest programs is the Men to Be program, which is directed towards more year 9, year 10 boys.
Beautiful. That's really cool.
So that's been a super exciting program. And then we also have our resilience toolbox and um, other programs like that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Really
That's
good.
really
So it's
cool.
quite broad. What we've also been trying to do, because the education sector has really been in such a crisis point, we
Mm.
really try work closely with the schools. So we have a meeting with the schools and we hear what their issues are and concerns are for their cohort. And then we really tailor the program. So what we've started to do is just take components of the different programs and put them together into a program that's really relevant to what the school's needing.
Oh, nice. That's really cool. And
Yeah.
so does it sort of, like you say, sort of start in the primary schools and then sort of lead on into the high schools as well?
Yeah. So especially with our friendship programs, they start around grade 4, although we've been asked so many times now to include grade 3, because I think the problems, because of social media and the internet, students are a little bit more mature and their issues are becoming a little bit more complex earlier. So we're doing those friendship programs a lot earlier. And those programs go to about year 7, year 8. We also have a smooth transitions program, which is helping grade 6 transition to high school, because that's ideally what we want. We want them to be preventative. We want to start as early as possible and teach them these skills, allow them to have a really healthy transition to high school, and then kind of the programs grow with their needs and more social complexities in high school. So we
Oh,
kind
that's
of
really
tailor it to the age group. And then, of course, our career programs sit at a year 9, year 10 level.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And for further information or to donate, should people go to your Stride website, Facebook?
Yeah, absolutely. So the website is stride.org.au. So please go to that website. You can read all about our programs. You can also just send us a message there, or there's a contact form if you have an inquiry. We've also got a booking form if you want to book into any of the professional developments there, or you can just send us a message from the website is probably the easiest thing. And then, of course, our socials. So we were on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. It's Stride Education is the link. I think there's a few different ones, so and just look out for us.
Amazing. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, making us more aware about Stride education. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity and for broadcasting us to your podcast. I wish you all the best with your podcast. Is there
No
anything
worries.
else that you wanted me to cover?
No, was there anything else that you wanted to talk about that you felt like we didn't?
No, no, I think you covered quite a lot. So thank you so much for the questions. And probably the best thing for the schools is just to reach out to us and then, you know, we can hear what their needs are, what they're looking for, whether it be for student training, for teacher training. And then, you know, we can kind of go from there and build them the best program that suits them and their needs, and that's going to keep their students engaged.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for listening. Take care. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.
Thanks, Kayla.